Gervonta Davis, famously known as Tank, has been grabbing attention lately with his intense training videos. He's been sharing clips of himself training, and they're nearly impossible to ignore. One fighter who couldn't resist commenting on Tank's videos is Frank Martin. Martin, after all, knows firsthand what it's like to stand in the ring with Tank. I say what I say, ninth round you say ninth, yeah. What's your response to that, Lamont? Look, he got scared back in June. Frank Martin challenged Tank Davis for the WBA lightweight title. It was a highly anticipated night, with everyone eager to see if Martin could achieve what no one else had: defeat Tank for 7 rounds. Martin gave it everything he had, pushing himself to the limit, and just watch all the shots, you know, cause he got them shots that if you don't see him, you know he can get you out, and he's sneaky with it, you know. He can take a punch, he can give a punch too. So Martin moved, punched, and did everything he could to find a way to stop Tank Davis, but in the 8th round Tank reminded everyone why he's so dangerous. With a perfectly timed punch, he ended the fight in an instant. Now, as he prepares to face Lamont Roach, Tank looks even more formidable. Reacting to Tank's recent training footage, Martin shared his thoughts in an interview with Fight Hub TV. He's got power, Martin said simply, but he didn't stop there. He explained that Tank's power isn't just about raw strength, it's about precision and strategy. He knows how to land that shot. Martin added, he's accurate and knows how to hit guys right on the button. Coming from someone who has experienced Tank's power firsthand, Martin's words carry a lot of weight, as you see here. Gervonta Davis was training extremely hard in preparation for his March 1st showdown with WBA super featherweight world champion star boxer Lamont Hank Davis. Power isn't the only thing that sets him apart, it's the way he fights. He knows exactly when to throw a punch and precisely where to land it, almost as if he's always one step ahead of his opponents. Fans witness this brilliance in his fights, and now they're seeing it in his training videos as well. His workouts showcase why he's at the top. He doesn't just hit hard, he hits with unmatched precision. That combination of power and accuracy is what makes him one of the best fighters in the world. His ass, I'm always looking for a knockout, no matter what. I'm always fave for 12 rounds, but I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock it. Tank Davis's record speaks volumes. He has fought 30 times and won every single bout, with an astonishing 28 victories coming by knockout. This means most opponents don't make it to the final bell. Tank is also on an impressive streak, with 4 of his last 5 wins ending in knockouts. Every time he steps into the ring, fans know they're in for something extraordinary. Now Tank is gearing up for his next challenge on March 1, 2025. He'll defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, promising another electrifying night for boxing fans. CLA people, so get ready for 2 fights. But yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight. There's another topic stirring conversations: Tank's future. Davis has hinted that he might retire by the end of 2025. It's hard to imagine someone at the peak of their career stepping away from the sport, especially when he's still dominating. Fans are reluctant to believe it, with many assuming he's just teasing. But what if he's serious? The thought of a fighter like Tank leaving boxing would send shock waves through the sport and leave a void that's hard to fill. Christmas wish list: 3 names that you want 2025. I won't say. Amid all the buzz, the fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach is officially back on for March 1st, and fans are left wondering if it was ever really off earlier. Tank shocked everyone by posting on social media that the fight was cancelled. That single word sent ripples through the boxing world, sparking speculation about what might have gone wrong and why Tank would pull the plug on his big night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. However, it now seems like it was all just noise. Leonard Ellerbe, former CEO of Mayweather Promotions and still closely involved in Tank's career, put the rumors to rest with a simple statement: "See you in New York." This one line confirmed what fans had hoped: the fight is still happening as planned. So why did Tank say the fight was cancelled? That's the big question on everyone's mind. Was it just a way to grab attention? Gervonta Davis has a history of stirring the pot on social media, and this could be another example of him doing just that. Perhaps he wanted to spark interest in his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, especially since the matchup hasn't generated much excitement among fans. Critics have labeled the fight a mismatch, with many believing Roach doesn't stand a chance against Tank. It's possible Tank felt the need to shift the narrative and get people talking about him in the fight again. If that was his goal, it certainly worked. People can't stop discussing it. If the goal was attention, it worked. Tank's post caused an uproar in the boxing world. Some fans were frustrated, others were confused, and everyone started asking questions about what might have happened behind the scenes. Was it about money? Tank is accustomed to earning massive paychecks for his fights, and it's no secret that Lamont Roach isn't exactly a marquee name in boxing. Roach has a respectable record, but his resume doesn't scream blockbuster opponent. While he's a solid fighter, he hasn't defeated any big-name opponents in his career. His most notable fight was against Jamal Herring in 2019, where he lost by unanimous decision. For a fighter like Tank, facing someone like Roach might not feel like a financially worthwhile challenge. This could have been a factor in his cryptic post that "who I fight when they start talking, that's when y'all get I'ma be his ass, he can't do, __, so why, better be quiet." There's also the issue of Tank's reputation. For years critics have accused him of avoiding the top names in the lightweight division. They argue that he only takes fights where he's the heavy favorite and never steps up to challenge himself with a true 50-50 matchup. This criticism has lingered, and some believe it's the reason Tank isn't as popular as he could be. Sure, Tank is undefeated with a record of 30 wins and 28 knockouts, but fans want to see him face opponents who can really test him. Lamont Roach doesn't fit that bill, and many feel that until Tank takes on the division's best, his legacy won't be as solid as it could be. I think he actually took this fight for the Nia is and all this and all the people talking, __. About the fight. I think he actually took the fight cause he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his despite all the drama. The fight is still on. Tank will step into the ring on March 1st to defend his WBA lightweight title. Leonard Erb's confirmation put an end to the cancellation rumors, but it didn't stop the questions. Why didn't someone from Premier Boxing Champions, the promotional company involved, step in sooner to clear things up? The silence only fueled the speculation, leading people to believe the fight was truly off. It seems this entire situation could have been avoided with a simple statement from the right sources. What's also unclear is what Tank's cancellation post means for his relationship with those managing his career. Was he frustrated with the promotion? Did something happen behind the scenes to upset him? These unanswered questions continue to leave fans in the boxing world puzzled. Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly sometimes I think he doubt himself, but I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. This isn't the first time Tank has had issues with those in charge, and fans can't help but wonder if there's more to the story. If this was a money issue, it wouldn't be surprising. Tank has faced tougher opponents in recent years, and he's probably expecting a SAR payday for each fight. Facing someone like Lamont Roach might not feel like it's worth the same financial reward, even if he's defending his title. Another theory floating around is that Tank might simply be feeling the pressure. He's hinted at retiring by the end of 2025, and that's not far off. Every fight he takes now is under the microscope, with fans expecting nothing less than big performances. This added pressure could be influencing his decisions and the way he approaches his career. I'm going beat his ass, applause. A matchup against Lamont Roach doesn't carry the same weight as a fight against one of the top lightweights, and Tank might be feeling the heat from all the criticism. Maybe his cancellation post was his way of pushing back against those expectations, even if only for a moment. The added pressure from fans and critics could be weighing on him, and making a bold statement like that might have been a way to regain some control over the narrative. On top of all that, the latest news surrounding Bozel Lomachenko has left fans both curious and uncertain about what's next for the legendary fighter. Lomachenko might be stepping away from boxing for good. The Ukrainian superstar hasn't been seen in the ring since his dominant victory over George Kassos Jr. in May of this year. Now, with his retirement decision looming, the dream of seeing him face Gervonta Tank Davis seems farther away than ever. Lomo pulling out this fight, yeah, if you want to call it a duck, is cool. Think it was a strategic no. Listen, it's still listen, it's a strategic duck. He's saying, look, I don't want to fight, it's cool, you know, he ducking. But remember at 1:30 how many times Floyd was asked the question and they danced around it. Right now Vasyl Lomachenko is back.